Here we have a mausoleum of one of China's founding fathers. Here we have a KFC. Matthew from the future. Basically this video is taken when I went to Nanjing, which is what I did after Harbin, which is what the last video was. Nanjing has a lot of sites. It includes the Museum of the Massacre by the Japanese people. But that was a bit somber, so it didn't get vlogged. It also has the mausoleum of Sun Yat-sen, which is on a mountain in central, well, by the side of Nanjing, which is basically where it was that I went to do this video. However, the mountain, to get to the mausoleum, it's quite difficult. So you have to climb the mountain to get there, and I went on a detour via an observatory. So that's kind of the story of the vlog that's going to happen. 外国不管你
去的也不是说英语的国家呀。
对对对。
我也。
很厉害。
我没有听。
When I'm older, I want to be that confident to walk through a national park and blasting a speaker, also doing karaoke. That's the dream. Kind of just walking along this road here. I don't know if you can see these in the camera, but do you see all these, I assume, silkworms being held up by this, like, almost impossible to see thread? They're going all the way up to this tree up here. Look, you can see the collection up there. Yeah, and then they all come down to here. They're all just unraveling that. I don't know if you can see that. Can you pick them up on a camera? Maybe. There we are. And they're all just unraveling the silk. That's fantastic. That's so cool. Yeah, look, here they are all again. Ooh. Why did I choose to go to a mountain when it was this hot? Okay, my enjoyment of this has decreased significantly based on this that I just found on the floor. I have no idea what the hell this is the dead body of, but I know that I do not intend on finding the real thing. This is now an impromptu nature blog of all the creepy stuff that Matthew sees while climbing this mountain. Take, for example, this stick insect. Look at him go, look at him climb up here in his terrifying and weird manner. Matthew from the future again. So basically, the reason you just saw a clip of me in a car is that the hill was really steep and it was really hot. So I decided to hitchhike to the top. The previous video was just me making small talk with the women. But I did get a lift to the observatory, which is always a win, especially when it's boiling outside. See?
我朋友他有点累了。
对对对对。因为我懒得运动，所以现在我觉得我应该
休息。
那这边进去。
对对对，上面我去过一次。
好，谢谢你的帮助。
没事，没事，玩得愉快啊。
So took a quick break to buy myself some water, which I naively didn't bring with me. Enjoyed the view. You can't see it here because the pollution is a little bad. It's a really nice view of the whole city. Can look at some astrology stuff. Also a quick interlude into this becomes a nature blog again, to something really disgusting that I've just seen. I have no idea what these three creatures are. Are they cockroaches? Are they spiders? I have no idea. One of them keeps moving its arm. Ew. For reasons I haven't quite gathered, this place just seems to be showing a film in English. Like just a... There's probably some sort of like vague astrology connection or something, but it's just a film. I enjoy this immensely. Yeah, there are also meteorites and stuff, but there is also a film. This place, as well as having a sci-fi film and some meteorites, also has the old-fashioned, the ancient Chinese observing, oratory, astronomy stuff. So I forget how this works, but there is something to do with angles and trigonometry and stuff that happens when you turn all the circles. Oh yeah, here it is, our Miller sphere. This has all the details. Basically, it's just used for like measuring the distance, like the angles of stars and stuff in the sky. Also cool, this was originally in the Summer Palace, but was stolen by English and German forces in like 1890, and then afterwards was returned to the Summer Palace, and then some were returned here. So I'm pretty sure this is a replica. Also, interestingly, the original one that was taken from the Summer Palace was then just left in the French embassy. It's just like something that looked cool. So they took it away from all the astrologers, and instead it was just like lying there. They also have like another really old replica thing here. And then finally, they also have the dome that they actually use for doing the astronomy stuff, which is pretty cool. So just arrived to the observatory tower, basically on the second summit of the mountain, which is as far up as I'll be going. Thank you very much. Mostly because the other one looks massive and miles away, but the view here is fantastic. I'm just going to point out a few of the things I can see around me. So I'm by this observatory tower, and you can notice just the other few here, just dotted around the landscape, and then finally the other summit, the other hill in the distance. There is also a cable car, but I'm too stingy to pay the £10 for a free trip to the top, so not for me. Also down here we have the second thing I'm going to go to, one of these two. This is Sun Yat-sen's house, well not Sun Yat-sen's house, Sun Yat-sen's mausoleum. He was basically the first leader of what is modern China. He died very young, but he's one of these people that kind of everyone holds as this great guy, like if only he'd lived longer kind of thing. He's one of the very few things the government in Taiwan and the government in Beijing agree on. Both of them think he's the founding father of China. So his mausoleum is, he had his government in Nanjing, so his mausoleum is here. So if you look across the mountain, you can kind of see the rest of the cities over here. But just notice the old Nanjing wall. You can see going through, cutting through the hills, cutting through the field, and then kind of going along the side of the city. It jumps out again here. So yeah, pretty cool. Also on the other side of the hill you have the traditional copy and paste houses in their thousands. All in all a good view. Worth even the creepy crawlies on the way up. We're finally just at this side, the opposite side to where I was before. You have a cool view of the lake in the centre of the city, and then the skyscrapers surrounding it. From this side, it's a black cat. From this side, it is a less black cat. Crazy scenes we've been seeing today on this mountain. Crazy wildlife documentary. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, I mean I surely have, but the Chinese for cat is Mao, and I enjoy that immensely. Also the Chinese for snick is Sir. Imaginative. 我现在明白。 So I'm very impressed. We've got the bros up here who've just bought their playing cards and are just playing card games at the top of this bloody mountain. So if they come up here every day to do that, I am very impressed because this is a long way and I am sweating. So I admire the group of old guys that have just chosen this as their card game spot. Next on Weird Insects Matthew has seen, here is a centipede or possibly a millipede. Look at him go. Watch those legs move. Oh my god. Next on Matthew does David Attenborough. Look at all these silkworms in this neb. Can you see them here? In this web that they've made. Going up the tree, just linking each other together in the silk. Barely show up. Like there's a strand. There are some going down the silk. This is so cool. Welcome to Matthew Does Wildlife Documentaries. Yet again. Okay, so the problem of ascending for ages is you eventually have to descend for ages. And I am thoroughly not enjoying these lot of stairs. There's one thing this trip's made me realise is quite how unfit I am. I mean, I'm still not prepared to do anything about that. But I really should. And after that, finally arrived at the Sun Yat-sen Memorial Hall, which is what this says here. I don't know why it's in the middle of this massive forest, but it is. And then, nestled within everything else, on the list of sentences I never thought I'd say is, "Oh wow, it's so nice to be out here. The air is so clean." And like, not killing me. Now sitting to the door of the mausoleum, which is closed because I spent too much time sodding around. Here it reads, this is like under heaven democracy for all, or like under heaven equality for all. It's pretty cool. But I am just enjoying it being quiet and listening to like bird noises and seeing a blue sky. All of this makes a very pleasant difference to Beijing. So, good travelling. Good to relax. And then finally, back to the youth hostel for, as tradition dictates, Uno, and then a good night's sleep. So the youth hostel I'm staying in has 2 turtles for some reason. In the room where like all of the clothes are drying and stuff. I just asked the white guy why, and he was like, for fun. Good a reason as any, I suppose.